Hey, yo, what's going on YouTube channel? Stars down again. Go hard. Go home. Today we're going to be watching old Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit show. Got grilled by some Cheyenne lady. She does this grilling thing. I don't know nothing about her too much. I think I seen her once or twice on something else. But she's going to be grilling the boy Myron today. So let's see. I'm going to see what he's talking about. Before we get into that, y'all know the deal. Y'all hit the subscribe button for me. No money, no cash apps, no donations. I don't do that. Don't want your money. Just want the doggone subscription. So y'all give me subscriptions. We keep going. And I keep, doing what I'm doing. Peace. Thank you about that one. So we're going to get into this. We're going to see what old boy got to go on because if you didn't see my other video yet about them, how they got bodied by, shot up pretty much. Bodied. Somebody told me I don't know what bodied mean. Brittany Renner killed their ass. In the rest of that video later on, and some of it, they actually started talking decent, but yeah, there was a point where she's completely, totally in control of the situation. Now, with this one, I don't know what's going to happen because I haven't watched it. But this grilling thing is supposed to be like some face-to-face type stuff, and they talk about, I'm pretty sure I know what Myron going to get going down. So, y'all hold on a second, and let's get into this.
Hi, I'm Simon Reynolds and I'm back. New season, new dates. And to be honest with you, I'm not impressed with the dating scene.
I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead.
I've given some high scores.
I thought we might as well do the date properly.
Ah, see, I like this. And I've definitely given some low scores.
So, I'll just say Vienna's Caribbean langers with nice jocks.
Oh my God. It's time to find a man that can tick all the boxes.
Do you know what? There wasn't actually any red flags. Wow.
Myron Gaines. I'm here to go on a date, I think. Or a debate, I don't know. Someone put a bag over my head and told me to show up here, and they just brought me here.
Do you go on a lot of dates?
Ooh, we're in England, so I can't invoke the fifth. Damn, what do you guys say when you don't want to incriminate yourself here in England?
No comment?
Yeah, okay, no comment.
By that, I'm judging you're a one-night kind of guy.
2 to 3. I try to keep my retention somewhat high. I need a good rating on, what do you guys use here?
TripAdvisor.
You guys use TripAdvisor? It's in 1997? What the hell?
Can Cheyenne ask you whatever she likes?
Yeah, I got nothing to hide unless it's like former government stuff. But other than that, I'll say whatever that I can disclose.
Yeah, and finally, are you ready?
I think so. I don't know. The dudes that kidnapped me and brought me here, they said it would be fun. I don't know. Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Myron,
you.
pleasure to meet
Myron.
you. You gonna give me a hug or what?
Oh,
Don't be
okay,
awkward.
hug. Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Chilling.
You smell nice.
Thank you. I try.
He made me hug him. I don't know why I'd done that. So, how are you?
Chilling.
Chilling?
Doing well. Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Good. It's a bit hot in here though, so my hands are a
Yeah,
bit
it
like,
is.
"Ugh."
It is warm. I will say that. It's definitely
Yeah.
warm, but it's called grilling, right? So
Oh, I like that.
attractive but typical girl.
So, tell me about you, Myron.
I'm a professional misogynist. No, I'm just kidding.
Great.
Loved by
He's
some,
honest.
hated by many. Just
Yeah.
on the internet.
No, he ain't hated by many. He's not hated by many. He's giving himself a little bit too much props. He is a professional misogynist. He doesn't understand that he is. But to some degree, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't explain it because you can't explain it to none of them. But I like how he just said that. He's joking, but he doesn't know. I don't think he understands actually how the rest of the, he sees how his audience sees him. But like I've seen him on other shows and I've seen other guys talking to him and they're like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think he's getting that. But that's fine.
Yeah.
On the internet. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're both on the internet. I've
Yeah. we
seen.
are. It's a strange life.
Yeah.
Very
I've seen
strange.
some videos. You're not a fan of me, are you?
I'm not a fan of many things.
Yeah.
You just happen to be in there maybe a little bit.
Why is that?
We disagree on some things.
I think we might get on though. That's why I'm like interested. Off to a great start. He hates me.
I think it's very important to be able to articulate your views, and if you don't agree with someone, it doesn't mean you have to hate them. But
Exactly.
but I think being too agreeable is not good. Very bad,
Really?
especially as a man, because typically if a guy is too agreeable, you can't trust him.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because all men want to get laid. And if you don't tell the truth and you're just being agreeable, well, he's trying to get laid and he's trying to lie as well. So.
Well, at least the man actually admits all men are trying to get laid.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's absolutely pointless to have a female friend.
No, it's not pointless to have a female friend.
Very pointless. 100%. Why would guys sit there and be friends with girls? It's pointless. Stupid.
So you don't have any female friends?
Absolutely.
Well, now I can almost see what he's saying about that. If I got female friends that I want to have sex with, I'm gonna let them know that. You know what I'm saying? Now I got female friends. I don't think they're like. I don't know the sense of friends that he's talking about. Maybe like I don't know if he's talking about acquaintances. I don't know if he's on that thing like where you just don't deal with women unless you're trying to do this. I don't know if that's the deal. So I'm gonna listen a little bit more and see what he's talking about before I really kind of speak. But I can attest to that kind of a little bit. Yeah, like men and women kind of really can't. They're not gonna be just friends in most cases. And now your acquaintances should be, to me, female acquaintances, people that you know that the females, they should be somebody, you know, if they're going to be a friend, they should be somebody that can help out in life and jump. But, yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what else he's got to say about that one. I kind of agree with him a little bit, but his point of view of it is like, not at all, and I don't think that that's right. I think that, you know, okay, a little bit. But let's go.
Why not? It's a waste of time.
How is it a waste of time?
Because women don't offer much utility to you as a guy.
What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, if you get in some kind of fight, she can't do nothing. What's she gonna do? She's like, oh my God. It's like,
why would you want a woman
if
to
anything,
fight?
she's a liability. That's what I'm trying
But
to
a
say.
woman would fight. Like, I'd fight a woman for you if you're my man.
I don't want my girl to be involved in any type of physical confrontation.
Really?
That's not her job. That's my job. So I look at it like, if I'm with a girl and I'm supposed to protect her.
Okay, but see, she didn't say that. See, this is where this guy messes up. These red pill guys, they don't listen when women are talking. That's why they can't respond right. That's why they have to pay women for sex. Okay? She didn't say shit about her fighting a man. It's your job to protect her. That's right. She said if a woman's fucking with you, I whoop her ass. That's what she said. I don't understand why there's a problem with that. But he went to, it's my job to protect you. But I'm not going to protect you from a woman. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's just get going.
Provide for her, etc. I want that to be my woman. I'm not going to give that type of energy to like a friend. That's stupid. Why am I going to put my life on the line for a girl that doesn't even suck my dick? Wait, is that too much there?
I think you should just be able to have a friendship with women, though.
Well,
Firstly, it's not always like men versus women. Mm-hmm. So I kind of feel like having female friends will give you that balance to understand. Like, there's actually nice, normal women out there that aren't just trying to sleep with you, like, for your money or everything like that. We bring a lot of value.
I've interviewed almost 1,600 women now at this point, and I would...
Mostly hoes. Mostly OnlyFans bitches. You didn't talk to women, homie. See, that's one thing right there. You didn't talk to women. You was talking to hoes the whole time for the most of this shit. So he ain't. That's why this is why his information is so skewed. Because you got different types of women. The same way that women got different types of men. And you gotta know those things. But here we go.
I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, women are absolutely terrible at understanding what it takes to be attractive to women as a man. So their advice typically is not good at all.
1,600 women. Poor women. Men carry like a lot of like hurt and they push it on women.
Okay. Hurt in what way?
Yeah, I think it's because, like, for example, this incel culture, which, like, respectfully, like, your podcast really brings to life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the incel culture. That's what that's him. And she's exactly right. See, that's the deal. I want to point this out. If there's other black guys that's watching this show, I want to point out how this guy, him and that Coach Greg Adams, they both been on stage with Caucasians before. And they look at them as incels. That's what I'm saying. The outside world, the outside community, anybody outside of that shit sees you as a fucking loser. And that's why I don't understand why people even want to be part of it. But hey, I'm pretty sure he's got some kind of snappy comeback. Let's see what it is.
You're just projecting onto women unnecessarily. Because there's a lot of good women. Like I myself would say I'm a good woman. I don't do anything wrong. I'm very loyal. I'm a kind woman. And a lot of men will make the assumptions because of podcasts like yours and people and men like you to then push that onto me. That this kind of woman. I'm a gold digger and I'm this and that, and I'm not.
Well, the reality is, would it be fair to say that most men, I mean, you said there's a whole incel culture, etc. Would it be fair to say that most guys are losers and don't really measure up?
I personally don't think that, but
Keep it
I know.
1,000.
No, but I'm saying
Keep it
no,
1,000.
no, I personally don't. Like genuinely, I don't.
Okay.
Like I
Being
genuinely don't.
politically correct. I'll keep it real since you don't want to. Most guys, I'll be honest,
Here we go.
are fat losers and don't have leadership qualities. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. And most women, quite frankly, are terrible. They're whores, fat, rude, crass, whatever it may be. And most of them don't qualify for a relationship, and most guys don't qualify to be the leader of said relationships. I think it goes on both parts. Okay, the men are weak, and the women, there's a bunch of issues there. So what we basically highlight on our podcast is you need to be the best version of yourself. And I think the thing is that guys are yearning for this because we've been lying to men for the better part of 5 to 6 decades about what being masculine and strong actually is. We've been demonizing it when in reality, guys need to become stronger. Because no woman wants a weak man, even though girls say dumb shit like, oh, well, I want you to be emotionally intelligent and get in tune with your feelings or whatever. It's all a lie. Oh, see.
No, but I personally would like a man that's emotionally available and emotionally intelligent, but it's not.
Okay, now this is where this guy's gonna go south. I can see it coming already. Because she's talking about something he don't have, and that's emotional intelligence. See, I've been watching him and looking at him, and I see these other guys pointing at you because I look at you the same way. And then you got women that's pointing at you and saying it to you, but he can't see it because she's right. And all the red pill type guys have this thing. It's a bad form of emotional intelligence to where they can't see the other person's side; they can only see theirs. He's asking her to see his side, and she's somewhat seeing it. But the thing of it is he'll tell you, well, you see what I'm saying? I have friends like this. And this ain't, the problem not really with women. The problem is bad building relationships anyway. Let's roll.
Me saying like, I want you crying all the time. So, do you know what I mean? It's true though. Like, so I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, you have to give some room for men because like men's mental health is a serious like issue.
We tell guys not to be vulnerable in front of your girl. You go ahead, you're gonna be vulnerable, you're gonna shed a tear, whatever. You do that around other men that understand, the male experience. Women don't understand the male experience at all. And it goes to show, like when I said earlier.
Okay, what this guy don't understand is that she's not asking you to cry in front of me. That's never what a woman's asking you. That's not what they're asking you. They're asking you so you can say, hey, look, hey, I don't like when you do that right there because it made me feel this kind of way. You can tell them that. They don't want you to do it while you sobbing and crying. Oh, girl, you and that kind of shit. No. Hey, you're not that off because it don't make me feel good. It make me feel like this, and this, and this, and this. And then you get right. But see, he's not going to be able to do that because he can't do it with this girl now. He can't do it with her now. It's a form of interaction. I watch these guys like the Coach Greg Adams, him. The more I watch these guys, the more I start understanding they got a problem interacting with women. It's not even some of the stuff they bring up because they're guys with money and stuff like that. So the women should like the women don't like their attitude towards women. They don't understand that it's a misogynistic attitude in a way. Okay? It's not from their point of view. I can understand their point of view. I can understand that they're saying, okay, I'm expressing my point. But the thing of it is where it comes, they're kind of saying my point means more than yours. Instead of just meeting the way in the middle, like hey, you kind of in the middle that, no, just what I think is more than yours. He actually just said to her a minute ago, women don't understand the male condition. We don't understand the female one either. It ain't stopping us. We don't need for them to understand that shit. They don't need for us to understand the female condition for shit to go down between a man and a woman. They don't need for us to understand that. In most cases, women telling you, we know you don't get it. And they still screwing you. So, I mean, like, what the fuck? That's why these guys got problems. Because you got to keep talking about shit that somebody is like, yeah, I don't get you. You don't get me. Let's do this. And you got to keep telling them to get me. You need to get me. You need to get me. You need to get me. Oh, wow. Okay. That's what's going on, though.
When you put the girl in a male perspective, I want you to pick up this girl. They always fall flat on their face because women are in a privileged position where they don't have to necessarily understand what it takes to attract a man because men come to them.
For me, as a partner, I would want to be able to give my man a safe space to be able to be vulnerable. And it's like, but not completely like, oh my God, cry all the time. But just so he knows, like, it's
okay.
like things are...
Okay, see, she said it. No, I'm not talking about crying. I'm just saying, like, she's explaining this shit. But as I say, they can't receive the damn information because they're too busy thinking about themselves. These people don't do this shit just to women. I know a lot of guys like this. They do this type of shit when you talking to them. They do this type of shit when you talking to them. You be talking to them about some business shit. Dude, this ain't just with relationship shit. That's what I'm starting to learn about this thing. It ain't just with that. This is a problem that these people have that they don't understand. This shit is a problem for them when it comes down to men too. That's why you got this guy right here. Like I keep telling you, you got other guys coming saying, "Hey man, look, are you just your channel about sitting there circle jerking the rest of your life, or what y'all gonna do?" That's really what he be getting asked, and he's like, Then he just stopped caring. He shut down on their ass like a girl would do if you start pissing her off.
They're okay. You know, like it's supposed to be a partnership.
No, it's not a partnership.
Why
That's
is it not?
another common lie in modern day dating. It's not a partnership.
But I want a
whatsoever.
partnership though.
Question for you. Do you want a man that's taller than you? Idealistically speaking?
Ideally, probably, because I like to wear heels. I like to be thin.
Fantastic. Do you want a guy that's stronger than you?
Yeah.
Do you want a guy that makes more money than you?
I'm not fussed about money.
Okay, well, you want it to make at least your equivalent, if not preferably better. Remember, this is your ideal guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a guy that's more confident than yourself?
Yeah.
More experienced than yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, you basically described the superior. So you expect this guy to come in and have a partnership with you?
Whatever he might excel on, I'll also add value in other ways. Because it's not always about being physically on par with that person just for certain requirements. Like you can't birth a baby. You know, and things
Yeah,
like that.
but...
So we complement each other in other ways, and so we're still equal in that sense.
Men and women are not equal at all.
Okay, before he runs himself more down that hole, let me go ahead and tell y'all some more shit. Okay, it's funny to me that guys like this, they instruct some of the guys to get their money first and then get a younger wife. But if you do that, that woman ain't never going to be on the same situation. See, and they talk logic. They talk so much logic, but if you logically look at what the fuck you're telling people, it's bullshit. You see, here go the whole deal. If you wait and get your money in about 30 or something, you get a 20-something-year-old wife, that shit ain't going to be nowhere near on the level as you. Nowhere. It's never going to work right that way. Never. It's going to wind up being this thing that she just said. You're going to be getting the girl. She's going to have the kids and do that kind of stuff, and it's going to be a fair trade-off. You see what I'm saying? That's how it's getting looked at as a strict. Hey, if these guys can get it, they get this across their mind. They might have better issues. Issues might go away. But see, like I just explained the scenarios most of these people put out will never work because of the shit that they say. Now he just saying, why would somebody that's above you want anything with you? But y'all telling people to do that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what he finna dig his ass into now.
At all. That's another fallacy that we have in modern day dating culture, which leads so many women astray. We're not the same. There's certain things that men can do that women can't do, and vice versa. And we're different, and we're designed to complement each other. And I don't believe in partnerships. I think.
Yeah. See, you just said we're different and we're designed to complement each other, but I don't believe in what?
I think men come in and lead, women follow.
Hold on.
At all. That's another fallacy that we have in modern day dating culture, which leads so many women astray. We're not the same. There's certain things that men can do that women can't do, and vice versa. And we're different, and we're designed to complement each other. And I don't believe in partnerships. I think men come in and...
Okay. You're different and you're designed to complement each other, but you don't believe in partnerships. You complement each other, but you don't believe in partnership. You can't, what the fuck? See, you can't say that kind of shit because that sounds redundant when you damn saying it. It sounded that way to me when I'm listening to you. Okay? You can't have a partnership with two without some shit that complement each other. You can't. So if you're going to complement each other, you're going to be in a partnership. That's how most things work in life. It's how all the relationships work in life. Every last one of them. The other person got something that complements this person. It's the same thing. Like I keep saying, it's a relationship issue. It's not just with women. It's a relationship issue. He also just described back to this woman what she just said. She was like, he told her, it's things that women can do and things that men can do and vice versa. Which she just fucking got done telling him that, well, I can have the baby, you can't do that. So that's what I'm bringing to the table. See, that's why, look, God, look, if you're watching this dude, don't be this kind of guy. Listen, don't do it. You're going to look like a fool in front of women. And you're going to look like a fool in front of men that understand shit like this.
And lead, women follow. And I find it funny because women typically want a man. And here's the thing. What you just described is what every girl wants. But they think that they're going to go into a relationship with a guy that's better than them in every single metric, and it's going to be an equal partnership or 50-50. It doesn't work that way. There's always a leader. There's always a decider. And for it to work, the man's got to be in a leadership role, never the woman. Women can't lead anything.
Yeah, we can.
No,
It creates too much pressure on you as a man then. Because if you want to be this like macho man, do you not think that's going to cause a lot of strain on a relationship?
pressure creates diamonds. Because here's the thing. Women are just the cherry on top. Like, you should have already built the cake by the time she comes into the picture. You know, you should have already conquered a boardroom or conquered some kind of physical.
There he goes. He's telling you. He's telling you exactly what the fuck I just said was going to come out of his fucking mouth. You should have got a whole bunch of goddamn money before you get the fucking woman. So he's going to create this damn situation where he's in a superior position to the other person. And then they be like, well, I can do this for you, but it ain't nothing ever good enough. See, that's really what he's saying to them. That's what guys not getting. That's what you're saying to them. Nothing's ever going to be good enough for you. That's what you're saying to women. If you're going to be these game motherfuckers, y'all better start understanding what the fuck you got to do in this shit for real. Because y'all really fucking up the game. Well, y'all helping niggas like me. Because once I establish something not bullshit like this, it gets real easy around this motherfucker.
Labor, played sports at some point in your life, endured some kind of stress. Like, men need to go through pain. Men must become. Women are, men must become. Being a loser is unacceptable. If you're broke, fat, or you don't got yourself together, that's your problem.
Yeah, but then men like you would complain about women because you'd say, oh, they only come for like the glory of it, like, and not the graft. So I'd rather be with someone that I'm building with.
I've never said that women build. I actually say the contrary. I say women don't build, they move in.
Yeah, but
I acknowledge that cold reality 100%. And I tell guys they need to build the castle so that she can come in and, you know, put some things up here and there in your castle. But at the end of the day, you got to build the structure. Women aren't going to build it with you. Those days are done. Women want a guy that's
do. Some women do though. Like a lot of women do.
Some?
No, a few. Like the ones I know.
I would say a minority. A majority want a guy that comes pre-assembled.
What is he talking about?
So we got to go off of the majority, not the minority.
Now, the little nigga got a point right here. But he's talking from point, this woman, like, she got a bunch of money and shit like that. That's like when Kevin Samuels had that conversation with Shan Booty. And that woman got a lot of money, and I think she's always had a lot of money. Or she, you know, I don't know, but she don't seem like the type who's ever really hung around poor people. And he's talking about this dynamic now. So, good point, but not making a point to a person who will understand it. You see what I'm saying? She's talking about her and her friends. And I agree with him on that one. They kind of the exception, so they don't make the rule. So let's roll on.
If I'm advising men how to, you know, operate in the dating marketplace, I can't tell them, look out for this 10% that wants to build with you. No, the reality is most women want you to come pre-assembled. And to be honest, the most attractive and youngest women that have the most options, they definitely want you to come pre-assembled. Women want winners. They sit at the finish line and pick the winners.
Here's one thing you need to do before you start your holiday shopping. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers like Amazon and Target.
Where did
And I want to hit that last point he just made. Women do want winners. He ain't lying about that. He's not lying about that. Okay? Now, this aspect about you got to make yourself a certain type of guy and all this stuff, he's absolutely correct. Okay? His main issue is not knowing how to communicate. That's pretty much it. If this dude, he's got the leader thing down, but see, he'd be a bad leader. A bad leader has to understand okay, he wants women to follow, and I said, okay, here no problem. The leader can't blame the followers for him not knowing how to deal with them. Now, see, when I was NCO, I was sergeant in the Army. I had to. This is kind of all the same shit you had to do with a damn soldier. Kid, that was a relationship. This person had to be willing to fucking die for you. If you said go out there and do this, they had to be willing to do it. You don't get to that point, bro. By damn, You don't get that point by damn doing that shit like this way. I'm talking to you from straight leadership principles right now. You got to realize what other person bringing to the table. You already got this, and they bringing this to the table. Okay, that's fine, but he's kind of really just telling her. And then see now, he also said this too. He went back to talking about the younger girls. The younger girls, yeah, the guy already built it, and then like the younger girl comes in, she ain't gonna be on his level. It's gonna be to have babies and do this right here. They know what the deal is. It's like these guys just don't want to do it that way. I don't know what the hell they doing. They just really complaining for no reason because it's like this right here ain't really no argument. Him and her have both said the same damn thing. It's just that he's not getting that.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Britain, Connecticut,
Okay.
2 hours north of New York City.
So what was your upbringing like?
Great. Parents were together the whole time, stable. I had a sister, brother. Still, I mean, they're still alive now. I said had, but yeah, like they're gone. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I grew up, went to high school, played basketball in high school, played video games. Still have my childhood friends to this day. I would say I grew up like in a pretty good situation. We didn't grow up with money, right? We grew up fairly, poor, lower middle class. My parents struggled, especially in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think it's important for young men to grow up like struggling.
Yeah.
I think it builds character. You have to do it.
How will you raise a son with your mindset? I'm just curious to know.
I would raise my son to not be a victim. I'm at a point now where very successful financially, but my son would not see any of this money at all. I would make him get it out the mud because, like we discussed before, trust fund babies typically don't know what to do in life and how to, they don't understand and appreciate the value of a dollar. And I thank my dad for instilling that in me early. I mean, my first job was at McDonald's and I got fired. And I quickly learned that I didn't want to be in the service industry, but it made me appreciate people in the service industry. So what is this, by the way?
So this is like a tonic wine. When I drink, I'm like quite a mellow person, chill, put you in the mood.
You're not an angry drunk?
No, I'm not actually.
No? Okay, that's good.
I'd be the worst angry drunk.
Yeah, well, I could tell.
So do you not drink?
I don't. It's haram.
So have you never drunk?
I have. I definitely have. But, I mean, it's not really conducive to my life goals at the moment, so I don't really drink like that.
It's just more self-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as a guy, man, you can't afford to have things that clout your inhibition or your ability to go out there and create and become a better version of yourself. And I think like that's why I'm really big on like not drinking, doing drugs, any of that stuff. You got to be focused all the time.
So how do you find dating then, with the way that you are?
I mean, when you understand the code, it's plug and play. It's like okay, deal with the girl, size her up, figure out what kind of chick she is, and then bam, you already know kind of how to move.
So like, what's the code?
Depends on the girl.
Okay.
You got to be able to adapt based on the woman that you're sitting across the table from. Yeah, I have the female codes in my sleeves. I know pretty much what they are.
Hey, that's fucking bullshit that he just said that because he can't adapt to the motherfucker he's talking to now. That's the thing. I've never seen him adapt to nobody. Unless they start saying what he wanted to say. He wants them to say that. Then okay, but before then, no. But that's funny. Let's keep listening.
Okay, so how are you adapting to me right now?
You want me to be honest?
This dude gets hit with a question like this every time he talks to a woman. Brittany Winter was like, what you think about me right now? Here he goes again. What you think about me right now? See? But you're going to keep saying that. You're going to keep saying that. Watch.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I would
I
say...
want the code now, and then I'll ask the code again by the end of it.
Yeah, I would say recreational use only, no offense.
So what's like how many codes is there?
Well, it depends on the girl. You know, if you deal with a girl that's younger, that's in her prime years, well, you got to understand that she's more, inclined to look for fun. If you're dealing with a girl that is in her mid-20s a lot of times, and she might be pursuing, it depends on the girl, but she might be pursuing some type of stability or some security, and you got to play that angle. Or if you deal with a girl that's a little bit older, late 20s, 30s, and up, 9 out of 10 times she's going to want some type of security if she hasn't gotten it already.
Code, it's not even that deep. Like, either you like them or not. You don't need to put them in categories. So what kind of woman do you want? Sorry.
Me? Mm-hmm. I mean, I could deal with whatever. My thing is, I need her to come into my life and be an asset and not a liability. Most girls are liabilities, to be honest.
Do you think? I think the right woman, though, could, really just compliment you and make you, progress in your life.
Well, you got to train them.
No, you haven't. In order to train someone, you need them to listen. I'm telling you, no woman is listening to you.
She's right. She's fucking right, because the way that he's talking, the way he's acting, no woman's going to listen to him. There ain't going to be no fucking training. You can train people to do the thing. Like I just said, the follower, without just talking about when I was a sergeant. You can train the person up under you. And women don't have a problem with that, but you can't talk to them the way that he does. This is not even the way that he does. It's not his tone. It's not even a tone thing. It's a completely misunderstanding of what the hell is going on.
Like, most girls come into your life, and if you don't know what you're doing, she's going to come in as a liability, 100%.
No, you don't train them, though.
You have to train
It's
them.
like training a dog. You wouldn't do that.
Oh, here we go. I knew that was going to...
No, but it's true, though. It's not training. It's not something once again, it's just seeing this person as your equal. Okay, but showing the person respect. It's not training.
So I look at it if I'm going to have a girlfriend and she's going to be my girl and she's going to have my title, well, she's got to be trained to rise up to a certain level, because I'm going to make her into an asset. Buy me a bag, do this, blah, 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 take me on trips, whatever, when they haven't earned it. So you got to detrain those.
See, but this problem is going to come because you're going to be dealing with younger people. See, like I just said before, the plan can't work. I've seen people try to implement this plan. It don't fucking work. Not with this mentality. The only guys I seen that work with was ones that they brought the woman in and she had babies and she did whatever and she didn't work and they just kept paying for everything and it worked that way. But this way, every time I've seen a guy you talking about this, I know a nigga right now because I'm always talking about this shit with women. And you get these women and you trying to make them better themselves and do this shit, they'll leave your ass first. Especially if you sound like this. I'm just telling, I've seen it in real life. That's why I said it can't work. It can't work. People gonna try it. People be mad when I be saying it. This shit can't fucking work.
Bad behaviors out of that girl and make her an asset into your life versus a liability. Most guys don't understand their value. They bring a girl into their life. They give her everything. She hasn't earned it. She doesn't respect him. She's walking all over him. She started to dictate the relationship. You're not getting sex tonight, blah, blah, blah.
He's so rude. Obviously, this is your experience, so I can't argue that. But there's...
I mean, this is biology. Women are hardwired to extract resources from men. It's been that way since the beginning of time. Biology rules everything, guys. They could sit there and say, oh, but I'm doing this and my truth, blah, blah, blah. Biology rules you. There's one truth. There's no such thing as my truth. Female, typical, blah, 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 trash.
Okay. The biology. Okay, if he wants to talk about the biology rules, let me just talk about this then. It's not in female biology for them to listen to a motherfucker that's talking like this. That's why I know that this is garbage. That this nigga's fucking trash. He got a lot of muscles. Bitches don't give a fuck. They ain't nobody gonna care. This nigga just sitting there. He's the king of the goddamn incels and nerds. And that's pretty much what it is. He being told this shit by several different women. And some men too. They ain't saying it out loud. Like I just said it. They ain't saying like that. But that's what that's what they doing. They're doing it in a nice way. And this nigga ain't finna get it. I think I can see in his eyes right now. He got complete misunderstanding. Complete. But let's go ahead and listen to the rest he got to say.
No, but I kind of feel like from my experience, if I'm going into someone's life, I would want to add value, so I wouldn't really take things. And I kind of feel when you.
What did you just say 2 seconds ago? You said, in my experience.
Yeah,
I come in and I add value.
Yeah.
That's you. Majority of women come in, meet the guy. Okay, what can I get from this guy? Okay, this guy's a simp. I'll just take him out on dinner dates he could pay. I'm never going to smash him. Another guy, this guy's hot. You know, I can smash him. I can hang out with him. This guy, he has some utility. He's a plumber. Okay, he can do my plumbing, but I'll give him a BJ once. Girls put guys in roles. It's your job as the man to make sure you're the top guy and you got the main role where you're not investing too much and she's investing more in you. Girls only respect men that they invest in. The girl always has to like the guy more than she likes him.
No, I think it works better the other way around.
When the guy likes the girl more?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because women want a man that's better than them. So how do I look if I'm better than you and I'm sitting here chasing after you?
Well, I'm going to tell them how that's going to work, bro. Because this thing right here, you're going to have to train this girl. Like he's saying, okay? Now, when he's saying you got to train them, I'm looking at it from a following position, okay? Follower position. Like I said, I was sergeant in the Army, nigga. And every job I've been on, I've pretty much been put into a doggone leadership position. I've been a leader pretty much all my life. You gotta like the person that is following you more than they like you. The same way your boss gotta like you more than you like him. You don't like your boss as much, but he gotta treat you a certain type of way. You might be acting like shit, but your boss can't go off. You see what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. That's what I say. It's a relationship problem. This shit ain't got just to do with women for these guys. This shit has to do with every fucking type of relationship, period. They're going to be bad in it. Only going to be able to hang out with their type.
To you, doesn't make sense. Women only respect men that they chase. It doesn't work the other way around.
Once again, with this like new wave of women, we don't want to keep fighting for a man that if he's going to treat you like an option.
See, here's the thing. We can say that women are changing, whatever, but we're all slaves to our biology. Women are 100% okay with sharing men. It's been that way since the beginning of time. I would say it's even more apparent now. With Instagram, dating apps, etc., a minority of men are getting a majority of the women. And women are okay with that. I mean, walk into a nightclub. It's probably one of the most carnal representations of human nature. All the women are sitting in one section with a bunch of the guys that have the highest perceived status in that social setting, versus all the other guys are out there in general admission struggling. Women always gravitate towards the best guys, and they're willing to share those guys.
So what's your type?
My type. Fit, feminine, friendly.
Yeah.
Submissive. And coachable. To be trained.
My nigga.
Therapy for me,
You know what?
I think
tell
when
you
the
this.
You gotta train women, man. I know that sounds
I'll
terrible.
tell you this. At least he says it with conviction. He shouldn't say it because he's actually breaking some guy rules. Because this is just some shit. I mean, even if we think this is some shit you don't really drop the women, but yeah, okay, yeah, this is just
He's still talking.
Yeah, he is.
Women don't like it when they get criticized. If I go on a podcast and I say, you know what, guys, you need to stop being bums. You need to get your money on point, stop being fat POSs, etc. They actually admire and respect that. People are in the chat, flame emojis, whatever. I go on rants on the guys all the time. I'm sweating, going crazy. It's like I'm delivering a preach. I think she's trying to grow me, but what she doesn't know is I'm a black belt in this. I've dealt with 10 girls like her at the same time on my podcast, so she's gonna take an L. Women rarely get held accountable for their poor decisions. Men do, though. Men have to live in reality. Women are afforded the privilege of being delusional. So when a guy criticizes a woman, oh my God, right? If you don't believe me, think about it. If a dude's fat, we just call him fat. You're a loser, huh? If a woman's fat, love your curves, girl. You go. She's rude and obnoxious. Oh.
Now, I said this before about the BBW thing. And he's hitting some of the stuff I'm talking about myself now. So I ain't going to stop the young man on that one. But I am going to tell him this. I ain't going to say this right here. I can't tell it to him because I'll never meet this dude. But either way as it goes, he's got a point on this about women don't really get held accountable on their jump. Okay? But holding them accountable will waste time more than just moving on from the situation. With this biology thing, if you, I'm gonna tell you what, if you got to hold a woman accountable, bro, it's probably somebody you shouldn't want to be around. If the thing he's talking about with the biology thing, you got to understand that goes in different people and different walks of life and all stuff. But the deal is if you got to do that with somebody, if you got to constantly keep explaining and keep coaching, or they might not even take what you're saying, you trying to hold them accountable. And I used to talk to a lot of my friends about this. I don't explain nothing to a woman more than twice. After that, I'm leaving that relationship. I'm gonna find something to do, or I might not leave it. I'm gonna find something else to do. Because if I got to keep explaining to you, that's a lack of respect as a person. Okay, because she ain't gonna have to explain to me more than once. So instead of kind of keep bringing that up, I would tell guys that, hey, look, if somebody ain't respecting what you got going on, you don't hold them accountable. Get your ass out of there. Your boss don't try to hold you accountable. That's how I look at it. He's looking at it from a boss position, and I'm looking at it from the same way, but I'm just telling him you got to handle it a little bit different. If you're going to call somebody a follower, then okay, if you guys explain more than once, you need to fire him. I'm not going to try to hold you accountable, keep telling your ass. Let's go see what we got to say.
You know what? They just can't handle you. You're strong and independent, fierce. We have all these terms to cover up female inadequacies, but we don't have these same terms for men.
I think a lot of it comes from like narcissistic behavior from men and misogynistic
Women are far more
views.
narcissistic than men.
No, women can be, so I'm not disputing that.
Far
But
more narcissistic.
I kind of feel like with men that attain a certain level of status and power, it gives you the opportunity to try and to dominate.
Big difference, though.
No, but this is
Men
why
earn narcissism.
men do not earn a right to be narcissistic. Like, just shut up.
Men earn confidence and
Confidence, but you never earn the right to be narcissistic. Because the thing of it is he's explaining this from a leadership point of view. The boss can't never be narcissistic. The narcissist only cares about themselves. The boss got to care about everybody. They got to care about the group. They got to care about the pack. This is a leadership principle that these people are missing. They're understanding that they want to be the leader, but they don't understand how. The leader has to care about everybody under them more than they do themselves. They got to. It's the only way to become a good leader. If you took this guy and put him into a leadership position at a company, within 3 weeks, then everybody would be done quit. Or somebody would be trying to fight him. I seen this jump. In the Army, this guy was a bad sergeant. Or a bad NCO. Probably a bad person, you know what I'm saying? He said he was in the military, I think he did some federal work. I would be pressed to talk to the people that work for it. They might say he was good at it, but they be like, man, he was good at that, but otherwise, some other shit. Because that's how he sounds. Now, I don't know how it is, but it's how it sounds.
arrogance. Women don't. Women are born with their value. Men must earn their value. So if a man's arrogant, more than likely he's probably accomplished something. When a woman's arrogant, 9 out of 10 times, she hasn't accomplished anything. She just has a bunch of DMs. See, this is the problem that a lot of modern day women have. They lack critical thinking skills. Women
Okay, I'm with on that one. But I'm going to see what the homie finna say.
tend to go off of their feelings versus what's real. They go off the feels and not the reals. What a girl is supposed to do is come into a man's life, see where he's deficient. Okay, I noticed that you like to go to the gym at this time. I'm going to make sure that you have a protein shake with as many grams of protein as you need.
Just get a PA.
I'm going to make sure that's done, and I'm a deductive problem solver. I'm able to be observant, because that's women's gift, is being observant of social situations. That's why women are socially superior to men. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you were going to say that's sexist. Okay. It's never sexist when a guy mentions something about a woman that's positive. So a woman's job is to use that social calibration that they have, that they're superior to men, and be able to be like, okay, this guy's deficient in this and deficient in this, etc. Let me come in, compliment, make this guy operate. He's already operating at 95%. I'm going to get him to 102. And when you're at a high level already, that extra 2, 3.
You know, it's funny that he's mentioning this shit, because this is the same thing that's talked about earlier in this video. When she was like, I can bring these other things to the table. and I can do these. Yeah, that's what she was talking about. That's why this woman's fucking confused. You know, I read the comments of this shit. It was all them fucking red pill losers that be watching that shit. But I get it. I get why the motherfuckers confused. Just like, okay, she like, because they're like, these jokers, they're like this far from the doggone finish line, bro. This fucking far. Right there. They're right there. And it's like, just cross the finish line, niggas, but they won't do it. Hey.
3, 4, 5% is what helps you beat the competition.
This guy's dangerous. Women will do that. A lot of women will give you that life. They will give you that balance. They will compliment you, but they're not going to just do it until you're serious. You know, because men like to play the field for a very long time.
When you're with a guy of value, you got to understand that he has the leverage, not you. You're applying to be his girlfriend. I wear the highway, baby, because at the end of the day, when you can replace a girl, that's when she respects you. It's on the woman to prove to me that she's worthy of a relationship. That's where a lot of girls make a mistake. They'll sit there and say, I'm good, I'm loyal, blah, 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 blah. I want to, see how you do before you get promoted. I'm not going to give a girl the position of secretary or underboss, right, or second in charge of my company unless she's been vetted. She's got to work her way up. The problem is that we give women CEO jobs when they haven't proven themselves and they don't respect the job.
Who's listening to this man?
So here's the thing. You're looking at equality from a human perspective. I'm not saying that men are better than women from a human perspective. I'm saying that men are leaders, so therefore we cannot be equal. When you're on the battlefield, right, and the lieutenant or whoever the commanding officer is on the battlefield, you're not equal to him as, a regular soldier.
Okay, now see, he's talking that same shit I just told you earlier. Yeah, you gotta have this joker. This joker gotta be willing to go across this damn battlefield and die. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do what you told him to do. They have to have a certain type of feeling about you. That's not just an order you can just give. I seen many a soldier turn their doggone sergeants. Cause them motherfuckers wasn't treating them right, acting like this. This right here. This is the same exact way. To me, this is just bad leadership. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with women. That's why I say they suck. They claim to be leaders so much, but they bad leaders. They don't get it. Let's keep going.
He is the leader. You're not equal, but there's a reason. There's a hierarchy to dictate order. If the woman is equal to the guy, well, who's going to make the final decision? Nothing gets done by a committee. There always has to be one leader in charge. There's a reason why there's a president, there's a CEO, etc. Both people can't be alphas, as they say. The problem is this. Women are confused about what men actually want. They think a CEO, a boss, a business owner, ambitious, competitive woman. We don't give a shit about none of that stuff. Men don't care about that. And I would argue the more money a man makes, the less he cares about his woman's ability to earn money. Men and women are not the same. Women basically become the very men that they want to attract.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, so men, I find that men will say that they like women that have ambition to start. It's what makes...
It's a lie to get laid.
No, I wouldn't say it's even a lie.
It's a lie to get laid.
It's not, because for me, whenever, I've dated and stuff like that, a lot of men say they like the fact that I am ambitious, that I have a career.
They want to get laid.
No, but I'm saying, in general, a lot of men get irritated, nowadays, so you're dating all these women and you're going to say, all these women do this, is they do nothing and they expect. But that's the qualities that a traditional woman would bring. She'd want a man to do things for her, so...
But here's the thing.
And she just kind of questioned them because you're saying that these women don't do shit, but you don't care if somebody's ambitious. So how does that really work? She's actually asking questions in this shit. He ain't answering them. He can't answer them because he can't hear her. These guys can't hear women. That is their problem. They can't hear it. I don't know if that's the best way to explain it. They don't. Comprehend is a better word. They can't comprehend.
He complements that man's life.
So do you want a relationship?
Monogamous?
Did you know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license, whereas in Florida, no open carry?
So how many girlfriends do you want?
I mean, as many as I can. I mean, I probably have 4 wives. I think I could do 4.
This man wants 4 wives. He's going back 500 years?
4 wives is the way to go, because if one acts stupid, you can go ahead and get another one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Who guy wants to be monogamous? Man, most guys that are monogamous out of force. If I lined up 100 dudes and I said, listen, man, you keep your girlfriend, right, while you simultaneously smash these girls and she's not going to care, he's going to take it. Every time. Most guys have to kind of concede to what their girl wants. This stupid quote, happy wife, happy life. I think that's the dumbest quote ever.
Oh, it's a good quote.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because a woman's job is to please the man, not the other way around. A woman's job is
to please each other.
Women are pleased by being with the best man in the area. Women are pleased by you being the best version of yourself. As a man gains more status, success, income, etc., the woman wins. She's all his success, she benefits from that. It's not the same. When a woman makes more money, earns more status, etc., and she starts to outgrow her man, she's going to look for a better man. Men and women are not the same.
But some women, we are emotional beings. Like, we will stay with
Which
the
is
man.
a problem. They're erratic.
But we will stay with the man. Like, if a man loves us and is loyal, we will stay.
Really? Is that why women initiate an overwhelming amount of the breakups? Because they're emotional and they're loyal? No. Women are the most disloyal creatures that we have.
Yeah, but I feel like you're...
Which is okay.
So do you like the whole sugar baby kind of lifestyle? Man look after the woman. That's you.
No, not at all.
But that sounds like it. Like, you
Not
want to
at
be this provider. So that sounds like it.
Well, here's the thing.
But then you moan about women for doing that. So, you know, if you show that you provide
I accept that women are...
Let's see, that's where shit's backfiring on them now. Because she's right. She's right. You don't sound like you want a woman to build with or something. You sound like a sugar daddy. He don't understand that he sounds like a sugar daddy. I think they misconstrued them sugar daddy and pimp and simp. I hear a lot of these guys saying pimp, simp, and trick and all this stuff, and they fall in the same categories. I've been around this shit for years now, and that ain't changed. And that's what she's telling them. You sound like fuck. Like you just want to, okay, well, if you want to do it that way, it's women that do that, but you don't want those ones. That's what she's saying. That's what I hear him saying. You don't want those ones, but then you don't like the qualities of the other ones, so ain't shit ever good enough. It's like I just said before. Let me go get me another beer. Let's listen.
Hypergamous creatures that want to get their needs met through men. I accept this reality, and I've accepted it a long time ago. I'm a firm believer that men need to be men, men need to lead, women follow, men pay for dates, men should provide, men should be breadwinners. I think women working should be elective. I don't think it should be mandatory.
This guy is definitely a sugar daddy.
I tell guys all the time, go on sugar.
Bam. Bam. You see, she already called him. I ain't even fucking... I didn't know she was going to do that. I told you that's what she sounded like to him. See, what guys don't understand is when they saying this type of shit, you start sounding like this to women. Then you start getting treated like this by women. They don't get that part. But they're going to be going... Why? They're going to be on this doggone... on this video talking smack about me. Watch it.
Sites and use them to date, because there's a lot of girls on there that aren't necessarily, how do I say this, sugar babies that are just looking to be taken care of and paid an allowance. There's a good amount of girls on there that make their own money or just want to deal with a guy that has his stuff together. Let's be honest. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, these traditional dating apps, they fail 90+% of men, and the stats show that. How you meet a woman matters a lot more than meeting the woman. What I mean by that is that women place a lot of importance in the context under which they meet you. It's my job as a man to not get finessed.
Did you ever get finessed? Because I kind of feel like you run this flag so hard. Like,
every guy's taking L's. I wouldn't be in a position to be able to give this information if I didn't take plenty of L's.
Listen, he's definitely been finessed before, and now he's like come back with a vengeance. Okay, it'll be interesting to see what like your experience with London women are.
Okay, they're not as hot as the girls in Miami, I'll just be honest. But Miami's an anomaly. Like, we got the most attractive girls, per capita, like, in some places in the world. Like, if you could compete, like, maybe with Colombia, Brazil, etc. But, yeah, I mean, Miami's an anomaly. Yeah, British girls are not as hot as Miami girls. I mean, but, it is what it is. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'll try to womanize here and see what happens. But my standards have went up. Oh, yeah. What?
That's not good.
That's a good thing. See, it's such a negative term, but womanizers are actually the best guys.
Womanize. I hope he meets a woman from South. Really?
They know what's attractive. They know how to take a girl on a date. They know how to treat a woman well, etc. It's the weirdos that you guys don't want. The womanizers are the ones you guys want. The misogynists. Those guys.
Why?
I would argue sexism benefits women.
Really?
I don't think he understands But while he may understand a couple of those things, he still falls into that weirdo category. He's not getting that. That's why she called him sugar daddy. He falls in that weirdo category. And he don't get it. He don't get it. This dude just don't get it. But let's keep listening.
100%.
Why is that?
Because with sexism, it adds a whole other standard and a whole other league for women. I mean, if there wasn't sexism, there wouldn't be a WNBA or a female MLS, or we wouldn't have different standards for, female police officers or female firefighters, etc. I mean, actually in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, female firefighters can fail the test and still get the job, versus a man would never be able to do that. I can't think of anything sexist that benefits men, besides maybe being able to sleep with a lot of girls and being respected, but that's tough to do.
This is ridiculous. What, sleep with loads of women?
100%, very difficult.
I do agree, like it's a lot harder for men to get sex, but I don't understand like why there's so much obsession with like this body count and everything and the double standard.
Do you have an issue that men have an issue with a woman's body count, or do you have an issue with men wanting a lot of sex?
A bit of both, really, because I kind of feel like you get mad if a woman is sleeping with multiple men.
Yeah, rightfully so.
But then if you do the same.
Men and women aren't the same. Well, how about this? Let's say me and you are dating, right, hypothetically, and you find out that I might have done some gay porn in the past to make some money. What would happen? Keep it 1,000.
What would happen?
Yeah.
I feel like...
You would break up with me. That's the truth. You would leave me if you found out.
Well, because I would assume that you were gay, and then I'm your secret to cover up your gay
Well, my
identity.
past matters, right?
But it's not necessarily like the fact that it's your past that matters. It's just the fact that you aren't being.
But it was unattractive. That's how men feel about women that have a past. Men are interested in a woman's past. Women are interested in a man's future. Body count matters, ladies. If you're a hoe, you are a hoe by definition. And men are not hoes. We are hoe makers. That's the reality.
I don't know about the hoe maker part, but that part where he said, that first part he said about, hey, God's gonna be concerned about that. Cause I skull drag this nigga a lot, but he got some points. That's one of them.
Would you not be with a woman for her family background or whatever like that? Because I kind of feel when you do your background check, those things are really important when you're dating someone, because you kind of want to understand their mindset.
Yeah, there's always exceptions to the rule, but in general, girls that come from broken homes typically tend to have very bad habits. Girls that don't have a father in their life typically tend to have bad habits. Is this all? No, but a majority of women that don't have these things in place typically don't end up being good women in general. They don't have rudimentary basics. Or if they have trauma in their life, whatever. Trauma destroys women, but it builds men.
This guy is insane. Like, I actually think he believes his own bullshit.
So as a...
Oh, he believes it. Some of it is right, but it just he's an extremist. That's the problem. I keep telling you, the spectrum. You get far on one end or far on the other end.
Guy, it's your job to find a girl that isn't, it's going to sound terrible, and hopefully don't get canceled for me saying this, tarnished.
Tarnished.
Yeah.
It's not really fair to say tarnished.
Yeah, well.
Because like a lot of people do hold themselves accountable and do the work and personal development.
Women?
Well, yes, we do. So before you want to, glad you find it funny. Why does he keep laughing at me?
Most girls don't hold themselves accountable whatsoever. Most girls rarely self-approve, if ever. Most girls think, I'm special, I'm perfect the way that I am, I'm a princess, I deserve the world, and unfortunately, reality kind of smacks them in the face because they can't keep a guy long-term. They just get used for sex. And once modern day women understand that you actually have to compete, you actually have to show up to that job interview for that prestigious law firm in a suit and actually be ready to do the work, you're never going to be able to keep a job, or in this case, keep a guy.
Now, the thing of it is he's talking about for the women to understand that, but you got some that do. It's a lot that don't. It's like a lot of these guys right here that understand you got to do certain shit to get women. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't really worry about that group of people because I know what I'm doing. So, I watch them though, like I'm doing right now.
Do this brilliant trick for just 15 minutes per day to get incredible abs without working out or dieting. An ingenious
Have you ever suffered with mental health?
No, thankfully.
Really?
If I'm going through something, I'm able to just kind of use it as motivation to push myself through that that time period.
So how do you deal with it? Through fitness, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's a big one. I was a Division I athlete in college, and I rode. It's a very painful sport for anyone that does it. So if you can do a 2,000 meter race or a 6,000 meter race, then you can deal with a lot of other stuff. Makes you mentally tough.
Mentally tough. Do you find that you always have to be tough?
Yeah, you can't afford to not be as a man, because the difference is this. When a woman cries on the man's shoulder, that man doesn't lose attraction and respect for that woman. However, if a man cries on a woman's shoulder, she's inevitably going to lose respect for that man. She might not at that moment. She might be there like, I got you, whatever. But
now, she explained this earlier that she didn't want to see crying. She said that earlier in the video. We already went over this. So, I mean, she understands this. That's why she thinks the guy's insane. She gets what he's saying, but it's like you right there, right at the finish line, but you can't cross the damn finish line.
There's something revolting from a female perspective to see their man cry. Now, you might not be someone that's like that, but I've had so many women on my podcast say, I thought I can accept it, but when you cried in front of me, it just changed. And the reason why is because like there's this visceral like switch in a woman's head. It's like, this guy's crying in front of me, showing weakness. Damn, this guy can't protect me and provide for me, right? Even if it's not true, even if it's like a moment of weakness, it can show something that like, oh, this guy isn't there. Because like women are designed to look for survival value in men. Men are designed to look for replication value in women.
Yeah, I think it's unfair to like completely rule that out, because I feel like it's fair for a man to be able to do that. You are allowed to have a moment of weakness.
Life isn't fair.
But okay, life's not fair. But I think you should be allowed your moment of weakness, and I kind of feel like from a woman's perspective, it will be then how you then deal with that.
I think we should end world hunger. I also think that we shouldn't have nuclear weapons and people shouldn't be dying needlessly, etc. But I can't operate on should, could, and would. I operate on what is. And what is that women are inherently unattracted to weak men, and crying and showing vulnerability is a component to that.
No. So you wouldn't cry in front of me?
Absolutely not. Never. You would never see that.
Give him that one.
Have you ever been in love?
To a woman?
Yeah.
I've had love for women, but I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's in a man's best interest to be in love with a woman.
But
You lose control.
So I feel like everything and your standpoint on women is gonna change the moment you like meet the right woman.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's cute, but no. I mean, I have, I've had love for women, but I'm never gonna fall in love with a woman, because when you fall in love with a woman, what happens is you start to lose grounding and you start to lose that rational thought. A lot of the stupid things that men do is because of love.
So you're scared to be vulnerable
No.
and let yourself go and be in love. Like you're gonna block yourself from.
Okay, he ain't saying that. And this is one thing women don't understand too. Okay, now, he's not saying that. All right? He's coming from leadership principle at this point. But see, because he failed so much of the rest of the other parts of the leadership test, they start asking him stupid questions. And this is a problem with that. When women are talking to you, it's always a leadership test as a man. They always give you a leadership test. If you fail it, if you start getting asked stupid questions by women, you probably failed the leadership test from them, or they silly. This is one of them two. It is a person that don't understand things in life, or it is a person that do understand things in life, and they don't think you understand things in life the kind of way that she's kind of feeling about him right now. Most people probably can't read that from this, but I can. That's what I read anyway. I say it like that. That's what I read. So, I mean, yeah, he's right there at the finish line. Right there. Right there at that finish line. Cannot cross the damn tape. Let's see what they're going to say.
Like emotion and to feel for something that could be really amazing for you, because you're scared to be vulnerable.
No, because I understand that men and women are different, and men love women far differently than women love men. Men love women for real. Women love men.
Women love men for real.
No, they don't. Women love men under the premise that they provide value. Men love women idealistically. Women tend to love men more from an opportunistic standpoint.
Hey, do you ever walk into a room and completely forget why you're there? Yeah.
Now, he's got a point with that last thing he said. You know what I'm saying? But because it's always going to really start out that way. And can't nobody say it don't be that way. See, like, that's why I don't do this shit for money, because you're going to have to say it's one way, this way, or that way, or that way to get money. But the real deal of it is that it's not really all of those ways. But the thing of it is that in most cases, yeah, it's going to start with some kind of opportunity for her to be the boss's wife.
Yes. You don't.
No,
All men, can I just say, all men say they don't, and they actually do.
I really don't.
You've never done it in your life.
No, I've done it in my life.
So yes.
But the last time I did it was 2014. I remember specifically.
What?
Yeah, never again.
Why?
Female vaginas are disgusting.
No, they're not.
Do you eat vagina? Exactly. Point proven.
No point proven.
You don't do it. Why should I do it?
Listen, a woman's body is beautiful. For me, what I don't understand.
I don't know what to say about this dude, bro. He could just left it at, I don't do it, but not saying the rest of it. But that's cool. My name.
And is like, why it's such a stern no, because why wouldn't you want to please your woman? You know, because have you not ever seen...
Like I said before, it's a woman's job to please a man, not the other way around.
No, that is actually ridiculous. When it comes to being intimate and in the bedroom, it's not. It's like, when
Here's the problem with that right there, okay? Ain't no woman finna hear that shit. It's your job to please me, not my job to please you. No, nobody's gonna hear that. See, that's why I keep saying it's a relationship problem. You can take the sex out of it. If you tell somebody else that you're gonna make me happy, but I'm not gonna make you can just do that with your friends. You know what? Hey, you're gonna make me happy, but I'm not never giving you shit. Let me just let this go, because I think I got the point across with that one. Shit.
when you do something for someone, have you not seen how, and they like it, have you not seen how much they perform better? And I'm not just talking sexually, like in general.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but a woman's ejaculation is irrelevant. You only need one ejaculation to create life, and that's the man's. Now, with that said, does that mean I'm not going to please my girl or whatever? Of course I will, but it's elective.
Definitely shit in bed.
Just like a woman's, you know...
Some people might not like she just said that, but that's definitely what he just communicated to women. That you shit in bed. He just communicated that to women. I heard it. Y'all need to go watch my videos. I got some videos about what she really said was. I got a couple different volumes of them. But that's what he just said to her. That's what he just said. I'm shit in bed because you ain't thinking about pleasing the girl and you ain't doing it. I mean, like, shit. I just went back to the friendship shit. Let's go back to friendship shit. You gonna buy me gifts and I ain't never buying you nothing.
Duty to go to work is elective. My duty to please her sexually is elective.
That's ridiculous.
How's that ridiculous?
Because, oh, no.
You know what? How about this? With that logic, I'm just going to stop paying the bills.
Okay.
That would be ridiculous.
I'll have to
wouldn't
go
it
work then.
Huh?
I'll have to go and work then and start paying the bills.
Hey, and then you'd lose attraction from me, wouldn't you?
So I just don't understand why, like, I feel if you just started doing it, you might have a better, like, relationship.
Well, no.
Your woman might not like it, but I'm just saying, from a standpoint, I don't understand why you have to constantly dominate, even in this scenario. Like, having sex is an intimate thing. It's an energy exchange.
Energy exchange. More typical female gibberish. Like,
this is why these guys ain't getting no fucking women. This is why. I'm proving it right here. People be hating on me in my little channel, but you know what I'm saying? I'm proving it. I'm not. It's not coming out of my mouth. You don't want to try to please your girl in the bed, nigga, and you think that shit is okay. And you said that. He said it several times. It's elective for me if I want to do it or not. If I want to please you or not. Nigga, every time I'm going to bed with my girl, I'm trying to please her too. Is she gonna please me? We both gonna get pleased in that joker. I mean, like, shit, what the fuck going on? See, That's why these dudes ain't getting no women, bro. Look, they better. He making a lot of money off this stuff. He better invest in a whole lot of Vaseline because he ain't gonna get the ones that he want.
Bro, energy exchange? What the hell? Bro, get out of here with that.
It's a really beautiful thing. So why would you not want to make her feel good?
Most women get off on you getting off. That's the truth. If we're going to be all the way about this.
No. Women thought that. No. Women used to think that through porn.
Really?
Through everything. Like, yeah.
Okay.
But and this is what I'm saying. But women have started pleasuring ourselves, doing things. And now we know how nice certain things feel.
And women are more miserable now than ever before.
I don't think they are.
Women derive their pleasure from serving a man they love, admire, and respect, and their children. I provide. So then you got to provide the ejaculations.
Captain Caveman! I don't know if y'all remember that one. That's what my homie right here sound like right now. Captain Caveman! Nigga, this is not the fucking 50s. You know? He had a couple, I'll explain later. He had a couple of good points in there, and I talked about him, but now you just sound like Captain Caveman. But let's go.
Seems fine to me. Yeah. Exactly.
Dad, how big is the ocean?
Man, I mean, I don't know what's so hard to get about
I'm trying
this.
to work out if you're being serious or you're actually like playing a game with me.
I'm dead serious. A guy getting his girl off is elective. They should do it, but they don't have to. Just like I think a man has to work and his woman
Okay, we'll just do it and then just see what you get different results. That's all I'm saying.
I don't do that. I'm not, and if that's what she needs to get off, well, too bad. I'm not doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's a submissive thing too. I'm not.
What is your issue with men submitting to women? Like genuinely, I feel like this is a big issue of yours.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
No, but I'm saying, I'm just saying, don't go into it because you're about to go into it. I'm just saying, genuinely, you have such an issue with just.
You don't like when I use your logic on you.
He has definitely got some issues.
Yeah.
No, I just don't like the fact that it's this power dominate.
Y'all see how this woman is seeing this man? That's how women gonna see you if you talk like this. If you think like this. And you just ain't gonna get what you want. It's not, I mean, like, this ain't rocket science. I don't think so, but hell, maybe it is.
Thing that you want as a man. Like, yes, you can have it, but just in some situations, just know when to also submit as a man and surrender. Not everyday masculine man.
No,
Glad you find it funny.
Absolutely not. We will not. We don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't concede to women.
So women have been dogs, terrorists. What's the relationship like with the women in your life, like family-wise?
Fantastic. It's actually my mom that taught me a lot of the. I grew up in a Muslim household, so she was the one that told me, "Don't commit to these Western women." Blah blah blah. So my mom is actually like a very strong symbol in my life when it comes to navigating this situation. If it weren't for her, I'd probably be a simp. You know.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Now that's something, because his mama's not Western woman, so she telling him to act a certain way towards women here in the States. Now that he's putting that out to guys in the States, and that shit ain't gonna work for them. You know, I've been to the Middle East. That's some women bow down shit. In the United States, it's not like that. So I mean, like, you know, let me relate this to sports. You can't play football with basketball rules. So if you're not in those areas, you might want to obey the rules where you at, or else you ain't never gonna score a touchdown. But let's go.
I grew up but my parents are together to this day. My dad, my dad was the man, my mom was the woman. My dad led, my mom followed, and you know they have a fantastic relationship. And a big part of that is because they stuck to their roles. And it was my mom that told me from a young age, don't marry these American women, these Western women. They're not going to cook and clean for you. They're not going to take care of you. You're going to come to the home, it's going to be disheveled, blah blah blah. And I used to think to myself, like, Mom, chill, what's wrong with you? But now that I'm 32 versus being 12, 20 years later, I'm able to look back on that advice and be like, God damn, Mom was spitting some heat back in the day.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's understandable why you think the way that you think because of your environment. and your influence, which is a good thing for you.
My background, right? Like I didn't like at first. It was like, okay, I don't agree with this, right? Because I used to be like, growing up American. I was born in Connecticut. I was like, Mom, you're wrong. Like women aren't like that. What's wrong with you? Blah blah blah. Like you're a misogynist, Mom, and you got some ingrained misogyny, right?
You even said that. Like,
No. But like back then, I don't even think I knew what that word was. That's like a buzz term nowadays that no one knows the definition of anyway. But anyway, so as I got older, right, like the things that she started to say started to reflect more and more when I dealt with more and more girls. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And talking with other men, talking with, with women, etc., my experiences, like, and then talking with thousands of men, and then also talking with, I'm in a very unique position where I've talked to both genders on a podcast, coaching sessions, etc. So I'm in a, very certain situation where I'm able to get anecdotal evidence. I have statistics, etc., to back up what I'm saying. And I would say my approach to dealing with women, dating, relationships, sex, etc., is a very pragmatic way to approach the dating marketplace based on today's scenarios. Would this dating advice work in the 1950s? Maybe not, because women were different back then. But nowadays, they're significantly different. Like from a more negative standpoint, not to a man's benefit.
Gentlemen, welcome to the project. The project is a 75-hour experience. It's for men just like you, who know that you're meant for more, who know that you might have areas in your life that you're...
Okay.
Right, yes or no?
That's a hell no. Unacceptable, disgusting, would never wife that girl up. Recreational use only, guys.
Why a hell no? What's yours?
What's my body count? What's the term in England when you want to invoke the Fifth Amendment, but you can't? No comment. No comment. There we go.
So no comment. So is yours over 200? 300. Yours is a lot more.
Sparta.
Wow, and yours is over 300, and then you want to get mad at 30. This isn't even a double standard anymore. Like he's just taking it too far. I think it's more attractive if a man doesn't, because if you can... No, it is. Like, if you can show discipline, why are you laughing?
Yeah.
No, because if for me, it shows, like, self-control and discipline.
Most men, if left to their own devices, want to have sex with as many women as possible. Men are designed to spread seed. We want quantity. Women are designed to protect their egg for the best seed. Women want quality. We're very different.
It's all right, girl. It's all right.
Do you think you're liked as a person?
That's a good question. That's a very, very good question. And my thing is create a legacy so that whether they like you or not, they respect you. That's what I care about. I don't care if people like me or not. Because I'll tell you this, there's plenty of girls that I've had...
and it's funny that he's saying they like you or not, they respect you. Okay? Now, the legacy he's creating, you can respect the fact that he created a legacy. You can do that. But would you respect that legacy? Because it's like a legacy of incels. That's kind of really what it is. Everybody's not going to look at this video the same way. The people that I saw leaving comments on this, they see it one way. But the majority of the people that look at this, and especially women, and like men who really got their shit together, ain't worried about kind of some of the same stuff that he's talking about, they're not going to see it the same way. And that's that small percent of guys that these guys right here, like he just said, women are sharing them and they rather share them, and that's why. And that's what I'm trying to get guys to be. Be that guy right there. Because look at this. Look at what's going on right here. You can look at him, you can see it. So you may as well just go ahead and be part of the rest of it. You know, be part of the better percentage, the middle, the more balanced percentage. You know what I'm saying? Be part of that, because like he said, women, and it's the truth, they'd rather share that than put up with that. They're not gonna listen to this junk. She said it several times. A woman ain't gonna listen to you, so they'd rather share what they gonna deal with. I mean, like, than be with what they're not gonna deal with. We already know that's a real too. So let's go.
Sex with that didn't like me, but they respected me, because women must respect you to fuck you.
Yes and no. So why wouldn't you?
Because I'm the man. You were attracted to me in the first place because of my lifestyle. I'm not going to change who I am because of a woman. When a man changes for a woman, he grows into something she's going to have contempt for. When a woman changes for a man, she'll grow into something he'll love. That's how I got you in the first place. Why would I change? And that's the biggest mistake that guys make, is they get in a relationship, they get comfortable, they get fat, they lose their ambition. I got her, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And that woman starts to lose what? Respect for him. When a woman changes for a man, he gains more respect for her.
Men and women are so different, aren't they?
They are. When you're changing for a woman, that inevitably puts her in a leadership role. And when a woman's in a leadership role, she's going to lead you all right to the end of the relationship.
Test him.
Yeah.
Now, he almost got some leadership shit right about that. Because the thing of it is this right here, okay? When you're a leader, you always got to be better than the follower. And the follower is following you. And they getting better, but you always got to keep climbing. So, he's using it, but if you use it in the principle in the way that I'm talking about, where you, okay, you're not browbeating the other person, because that's what he does with it. That's why it's bad. It's like your boss browbeating you about they're the boss. You see what I'm saying? That's why it won't work. That's why it won't work. Your boss if your boss browbeats you about him being a boss, you're not gonna like that. And that's what's happening. That's what she keeps saying. Why you gotta dominate so much? Why you gotta dominate so much? Because nobody likes that in no type of relationship. But let's go.
No, why not?
I'm not going to let a girl look at my phone.
Why?
Because I'm going to have other girls in there. 100%. The thing is that most women can't handle the truth. So I'm very big on like being upfront and letting her know, listen, I'm going to have other girls, whatever it may be, but you're the main one. And she's got to accept that. But her looking at my phone is just going to hurt her feelings.
So you want an open relationship?
Yeah, open on mine, close on her end.
That's not fair though.
Life isn't fair.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like the kind of relationship that I want isn't that.
What if I told you women don't know what they want in general?
Some don't.
Most don't.
Some.
This has been statistically proven that women don't know what they want.
Cool. In your little incel culture podcast.
Okay. Women don't know what they want, and worse yet, they're not going to be honest about what they want because of strict societal standards where they don't want to look like hoes.
Yeah, because you guys call women hoes.
Rightfully so.
Not rightfully so.
Why can we call guys bums, but we can't call girls hoes?
Why can't a woman just like be sexually liberated? Genuinely, why does she have to be a hoe?
Okay. Do you want to be a hoe?
I don't really care what you think if you're going to say I'm a hoe.
No,
but I'm saying.
No, I'm asking you. I'm not attacking you. I'm asking you this as a question.
I don't want to be labeled a hoe for what you guys paint as a hoe.
Well, let's peel a layer back. Do you want to go out and have sex with a bunch of different men at the same time?
Why would I want to do that?
Okay. You want to hear something magical? Most women don't want to do that. Most girls don't even want to be hoes, yet girls argue and debate to be hoes. I don't get it. They don't even want to be hoes.
We don't, but it's just a double standard. We don't want you to.
When?
Sorry?
Are we going to cry? There's a bunch of double standards that don't benefit men.
But I'm just saying, so I feel like this hyper-independence liberation movement is because we're just sick of men like you that want to just attack women for being able to do something that you guys are doing just as much.
I'm not attacking. I'm reporting
No, but I'm
a fact.
saying in general, like.
I'm reporting a fact. If a woman is promiscuous, she is by definition a hoe.
Okay. And you, sleeping around?
I am a homemaker.
Right. Homemaker. You're just an idiot.
Men can't be hoes.
Okay.
Men that have sex with a lot of women are successful.
In your eyes, as men, this is the thing. It's like this brotherhood thing. It's you guys. It's
Incorrect.
you.
Okay, let's go back to biology.
No, we're not going to keep going back to biology, actually.
Because
we're not.
that's where it all stems from.
Why does he keep going back to biology? We're not in a science lesson.
Actually, to tell you the truth, him going back to that biology shit is a hurting argument if anybody really thinks into it. It's the reason why he's complaining that women are only sharing certain guys. I don't think he's complaining about it. I'm actually just saying I think he's just stating it because he could become one of those guys that women are going to share anyway. His audience won't never become that. So I'm starting to see him a little bit like Lucario right now. His audience won't never become that. They think they can. Maybe one or two of them might do it, but So yeah, let's keep going.
So, what would you do if I was going on holiday every other month?
You'd be single.
Really?
Are we going together? Or are you going by yourself? Sometimes. Oh no, you'd be single.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
You'd be single.
Can you cook?
That's irrelevant.
No. Can you cook though?
I mean, can you fight? Let's ask pointless questions.
How is it a pointless question? I'm trying to get to know you.
Because that's your job.
What's my job?
To make sandwiches.
Did he actually just say, my job is to make sandwiches?
How am I going to fight off the intruders if you don't make sandwiches? I need sustenance.
You're a dick. What would you do if I earned more money than you?
It would never happen.
How do you know that?
Besides this, she said cook. This said make sandwiches, and anybody can do that. See, it's that kind of stuff. Can you cook or not? Yeah, I can, and I can do this. See, that's the thing about me. I can do both of them. If she asked me that question, yeah, I can do both of those. I can do this and I can do that. So I think you should bring this right here.
Because no girl's going to match my ambition or drive.
I'm quite an ambitious woman.
LOL. That's cute, but it would never happen. Men build the world for real.
Like, why is the goal always about like being on top, firstly?
Well, missionary is a fantastic position, first of all. And the other reason why men have to be on top is because that's the only thing women respect.
There's so many people that just like a nice, quiet, humble life.
Here's the thing. All women, you know what?
Stop saying all women as well.
Okay, now that you said that. All women want a guy that's better than them.
Why do you get annoyed and so frustrated about men that are simps?
They're giving women that don't deserve attention and validation, messing up for everybody.
It's nice when you have men that are attentive to your needs.
By you being successful and being the man that she wants in general, you're already attentive to her needs.
What would you do if your family didn't like me?
Too bad. I've made, mistakes in Islamic culture, but my parents trust my judgment and they would accept it.
What would you do if I had a lot of male friends?
A girl that has a lot of guy friends is a problem. That's a liability. Male friends, big red flag.
See, homie here come from Islamic culture. He can't coach guys in America. They ain't gonna get shit done. I can tell you that right now. I've been to their countries. That shit ain't gonna fly here. But that's okay.
If a girl has a bunch of male friends and she's not willing to give that up to be with you, for the streets. Women value a man that has social proof. Men don't care about a woman's social proof. When you have friends, it's a liability. When I have friends, it's social proof. It makes me more attractive. It makes you less attractive.
What would you do if your friends were liking my pictures?
I don't associate with men that can't attract women. All my friends are good with women. There's a bunch of reasons for this, but you can't hang out with simps. You can't have friends that are thirsty for women. Yeah, simps mess everything up, but it makes it better for guys like us, man. We just come in and it is what it is. We clean up. Anytime a woman is the focal of a man's life, it's a problem. 100%. And the only way a man can give a woman the best life is when she's not the focus.
I don't think so.
Well, that's easy for you to say as a woman.
What would you do if I wanted to start an OnlyFans?
You're serious?
Yeah.
You'd be single.
Why'd I be single?
Because I'm not going to have my girl out there on the internet showing her butthole for $3.99. Your girl wants to do OnlyFans? Bro, you ain't got a girl. You got a 304. To the streets she shall return, I'm telling you, or else your life is going to suck.
But what if I just wanted to make my own money?
Can't do it being my assistant or something else?
Oh, your assistant, an actual paid assistant.
Yeah, paid by penis. You're getting everything else. You get the lifestyle, you're living for free, traveling the world, whatever it may be. You get the title of my last name. It's a W for you all the way. You get seen in public with me.
His ego is through the roof.
And that's what women going to doggone start they're thinking of you. Women like confidence. This is overconfidence. I can say that because I've been told that before. See, I had to tone that down because I've had some women tell me that you're very confident, but your confidence borders on cockiness. Women don't like cockiness. Decent women don't. But let's see what's going on for the last few minutes.
How do you think you've done on the date?
I thought this was supposed to be a date.
Yes. Would you like me to be more submissive? Oh my God. Hey. Would that make you feel better?
It would, but it's okay. It was a debate. It's fine.
Really? So next time, if you want to date...
A debate date.
So if a
Debate
woman
date.
wants to date you,
Yeah.
she just has to come being a pick-me.
I mean, giving a man what he wants, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, of course not.
You're expecting a masculine man that's a leader, ambitious, etc. So I expect a woman that's feminine and submissive. I don't understand why it's a crime for a man to want a woman the opposite of him when women want the opposite of themselves. Being toxically masculine is bad, but that's what women really want.
So if I surrender and be more submissive...
It'll make you way more attractive.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I would take you on a serious date if you were submissive.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So we're just going to...
Is this part where we cut the camera? No, I'm just kidding.
Don't keep it rolling. Exhausting. That was heavy.
It was fantastic. I won the debate.
Yeah? You think she likes you?
I think she respects me.
This just turned into a debate, and this is the problem. Like, he doesn't let me just challenge him and not every day argue, you know?
I don't feel like I got grilled at all. Like I said, I'm a professional when it comes to deciphering womanese. And I do...
I am. That's the problem. He can't decipher womanese. I've been telling y'all that the whole video. When I kept saying they can't hear it, matter of fact, when I told y'all about my videos, where I said what she really said was he can't decipher what women are saying. That's the red pill problem. That's it. They cannot decipher what women are saying.
I do this all the time. I'm a professional womanizer / misogynist, so this is what I do.
I know he's got some deep-rooted issues that he needs to work on, because right now he's projecting it into society in the wrong way.
I say that myself. He's projecting into society the wrong way, but he doesn't get that, and he ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get it. It's gonna be years from now when people still talking about this shit that people gonna finally start seeing what it is. Even some of the people that's watching this shit. But that's fine.
Well, I'm not delusional. So I'm going to say a 10 out of 10.
Once again, this is the kind of breed of man that I will not entertain. He believes in what he wants, and he probably does get women because of his bullshit that he spills. So that's on him. But for me, it's a no, so he's going to get a 3.2.
Whoa. That's what you gonna get. You employ his tactics, that's what you gonna get from any woman that's got any kind of decency, any kind of money of her own. They're talking about they want women like that, but please. That was crazy. You know what? Y'all drop the comments, let me know what y'all thought about my commentary. If y'all like what y'all saw, hit the subscribe button for me. No money, no cash apps, no give me this or that, not ever. But let's keep going. It's been Tarzani, y'all. Go hard or go home.